boys and girls. The book that we're going to be reading today, the title of it is The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. It is written by Julia Finley Mosca. What does it mean when we write the book? What do we call that person? The author. They write the story. Illustrated by Daniel Riley. What does it mean when they illustrate? They draw the pictures in the book. Now, this story is a little different than something than we normally read. This is a non-fiction story. What does it mean when we read a fiction story? That's right. It's made up. So, if non means it's not, what do you think non-fiction means? It's not made up, which means it's true. Good job. So this is about the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. So looking at the cover, what do you think it means to think in pictures? I want you to think about that as we read the story and see if you understand what it means to think in pictures by the end of it. If you've ever felt different, if you've ever been low, if you don't quite fit in, there's a name you should know. Temple Grandin, that's name. In her tale you'll find glory. So get ready, get set for this cowgirl's true story. Remember, it's nonfiction, so it's real, it's true. In the city of Boston one hot summer day, a sweet baby was born. It was Temple, hooray! Unique from the start, an unusual girl. She loved spinning in circles and watching things twirl. But some things she hated, like certain loud noises or bright crowded places, large cities and towns. Frilly dresses with tags made her itch, pull, and tug. Something else that she hated, a big squeezy hug. You might have felt like this sometime before, or you may like big squeezy hugs, and things like that might not bother you. A shy loner, this Temple, but when she got mad, when her feelings of stress and frustration got bad, quite a tantrum she'd throw, kick, holler, bang, shriek, yet still by age 3, not one word did she speak. Do most 3-year-olds speak? So, does that make it a little different that she didn't speak when she was 3 and most 3-year-olds do? Let's think about maybe why she didn't speak as we read our story. She'll never become normal, what some did say. Her brain's not quite right. You must send her away. Away, not my Temple, her mother proclaimed. We'll figure this out. You should all be ashamed. How do you think Temple felt that people wanted to send her away because she was different? How do you think your parents would feel if someone wanted to send you away? Would they act like Temple's mom and be upset? Then little by little, sometimes she balked. Special teachers helped Temple, and one day she talked. And that thing with her brain, it was autism, see? She was different, not less. They all finally agree. Like most kids her age, she loved ice cream and art, but the way Temple thought, that's what set her apart. For instance, if something was mentioned, a fly, in her mind she'd see dozens of photos buzz by. So remember, if we've pictured something in our head, what do you think that means? Or when you think in pictures, it's like picturing it in your head. So if I describe something to you like a strawberry ice cream cone, you could picture a pink ice cream on top of a cone in your head. That's what it means. That's how she always thought. When the time came for school, let's just say that was hard. Kids taunted and chased her all over the yard. They picked on poor Temple, how crazy it drove her. They teased her for saying things over and over and over and over. Until finally she snapped. Yes, she did, lost her cool, threw a book at a kid, and was kicked out of school. No one really got Temple, but, well, then again, the truth of it was, Temple didn't get them. You need time away, said her mom. That's what's best. You'll go visit your aunt on a ranch way out west. And guess what? Fitting in on a farm was less stress, since the pigs didn't care if her hair was a mess. Quite a sweet spot she had for the cows in the herds, such big gentle beasts who knew nothing of words. As she watched her new friends, a thought popped in her head. These cows think like me in pictures instead. At a new school that fall, Temple found more support. A teacher who taught her, you'll never fall short. When you find what you're good at, like science, you'll soar. And that teacher was right. He had opened the door. So she built a machine that she'd seen on some farms, an invention that hugged her with boards and not arms. It worked. She had done it from memory, it's true. And just like the cows, it made Temple calm too. How do you think she was able to memorize that? Because she thought in pictures. She had a really good memory and could picture things. I'm special, she thought, like a bright shooting star. My attention to details helped me go far. Through her studies, she learned there were farms not so kind. I will help them, she said. Some solutions she'll find. And then something cool. Can you guess? Could it be? Off to college she went. A degree, she earned 3. And though ladies weren't experts on farms at the time, do you think that stopped Temple? No way, she did fine. She stepped through that door and went forward, no tears. She took on the world, but at times she had fears. Because some things were scary, like people she'd meet who'd ignore her ideas and, well, wouldn't be sweet. But she never gave up, learned her stuff through and through, like why cattle will circle and what makes them moo. To build better farms was her goal, she would do it. Be kind to our creatures, they have feelings, she knew it. And slowly but surely she changed many minds, until farm after farm built her awesome designs. Word spread about Temple, her feet's not so small. Temple Grandin, she's grand. She's the grandest of all. Now for these things and more, she's won honors and prizes. And a movie was what made, but the biggest surprises. That girl with the future that couldn't be bleaker? Yes, the once silent girl, she is now a big speaker. Today she spreads hope with her stories and speeches. From New York to Sydney to Rome, Temple teaches. Each person is special, so unique on our minds. This world needs your ideas. It takes brains of all kinds. So here is the lesson, feeling odd or offbeat. Being different might just be what makes you so neat. Don't let doubt hold you back, not for 1 minute more. Stand tall and like Temple, march right through that door. So what did we learn about Dr. Temple Grandin? Why did she not speak till she was 3? Why did she have trouble communicating and didn't like being touched? Do you remember what they called that? Autism. You may know someone with autism. You may have seen someone at school that has it or acts this way, and they can't help that they act different. It's just the way their brains are wired, and everybody's brains are wired differently, which just makes them act a certain way whether they want to or not. So when you think it might be something crazy they shouldn't do, they can't help it. Did having autism stop Dr. Grandin from becoming a scientist and earning 3 degrees and a speaker? No, she didn't let that stop her. She found a way to overcome that. So there were some words in this story. I want to know if we know what they mean. The word unique. Have you ever heard that before? Can anyone tell me what it means? So unique means you're special or different. Like if there were all these black horses that were with their beautiful long manes, and then there was one horse that was the tan and the black on it, it would be unique because it had the tan on it. It was different, but it was still beautiful and special in its own way. What about taunt? Have we heard that word before? You could taunt someone. It's not good to taunt someone. What does it mean? It means you make fun of or pick at them. If you were struggling and you were different and you had challenges, someone taunted you, they made fun of you, would that make you feel nice and happy? No, that would hurt your feelings. Do you want to hurt anybody else's feelings? No, we don't. So we don't taunt people. We want to help them the best way that we can. What is a ranch? She went and lived on a ranch. It is like a farm. Good job. So a ranch is a farm where they have animals, and that's how she found the contraptions and helped her with animals. Why do you think Dr. Grandin connected to the cows and the pigs and all the animals on the farm? Because they couldn't communicate like she had trouble communicating, but she knew just because they can't communicate like she did, they still had feelings, so she wanted to take care of them and make sure they were treated correctly. So was Dr. Temple Grandin a very important person when it comes to the treatment of farm animals? Yes, she makes sure they're treated correctly. So, I hope you loved our story this week, and I can't wait to read another one to you.